Young Turks, new sponsor, Squarespace. Go Squarespace. Wait, is that a square?
Representative Steve King is going to take to the floor of the House and give an interesting speech against President Obama. So you know the background on this. There have been court rulings saying that the United States government has been systematically discriminating against black farmers for decades. And they owe hundreds of millions of dollars to these people because they ripped them off. Okay, the United States government ripped them off. There's court decisions on it. The only problem is that Congress refused to pay out on it for a long time. It just kept dragging on and on and on. So now President Obama comes in and he decides he's going to follow the order of the court and pay the people what they are owed. Of course, that's unacceptable because black people are getting paid. And Representative Steve King's not really going to hide his disdain for that very much. Let's watch.
Pigford 1 was supposedly settled and resolved. And before the House Judiciary Committee, there was a new bill introduced for Pigford 2 by Bobby Scott of Virginia and others. And this would be the companion, although it may not be exactly verbatim, but essentially at least the de facto companion to the bill that was introduced by then United States Senator Barack Obama. Now figure this out, Madam Speaker. We have a very, very urban Senator, Barack Obama, who has decided he's going to run for president, and what does he do? He introduces legislation to create a whole new Pigford claim. Pigford 1 should have been settled. That's what the courts decided to do. Why would there be an action of a court? Why would there be a consent decree that essentially was a handshake signed off on by Dan Glickman and, well, the truth is, it was Dan Glickman and the Black Farmers Organization.
So, gee, I wonder what Steve King meant by very, very urban senator. And he punched urban there, too. The guy is not known for subtlety. He's basically telling, you know, his Republican base, come on, this black senator. And by the way, Bobby Scott of Virginia is also black. It's interesting that he pointed him out among many other congressmen that were on board for that. And these black guys, they're trying to do black people a favor. They're taking your white money. Except for the fact that, as I told you, courts have decided they're owed the money because we discriminated against them. They're not the ones doing the discrimination. They're the ones that suffered the discrimination. The racism is obvious. I mean, they're trying to stoke the fires. This is what Limbaugh does on a regular basis. Glenn Beck does on a regular basis when they talk about, oh, you see, because of black liberation theology, they want to redistribute the wealth. And they lay out the cases we've shown you in clip after clip of how they think that Barack Obama, this very, very urban senator back then, now very urban president, is going to take your money and give it to black people. What do you, JR, what am I supposed to do? I mean, am I supposed to not call them racist? I mean, like, people get upset if you call them racist, but what the hell was that?
It's the two main points. It's what they're going off of. And actually, it's guys like this that you realize a lot of times I think politicians just saying it to say it. Like, oh, we're stoking the flames. We know that we have our base and we're going to get reelected. Guys like Steve King, it just, he really believes it. He's blatantly out and out just an asshole racist. He really is. He just does, and he doesn't really care. The ones who don't care are the ones who do things like that. Instead of saying out of the corner of their mouth, they'll say something like, I didn't really say that. I'm just getting people going. And this guy really believes it, which is, I think, worse than well, who can really say it was worse than the other? They're both disingenuous people, but, you know.
New sponsor at the Young Turks, Squarespace. They help you build websites. They've got 24/7 support, and they've built some of the largest websites in the world.
They have an iPhone app, so you can edit your website on the go.
TYT promo code, 10% off for the life of your order. Squarespace.